Welcome everyone, and today is the first Ramadan. I mean, second Ramadan for me. I don't know what is the situation in Bangladesh, and it is we are. This is a celebration time and also learning time. But unfortunately, we are going through a crisis time. So it's both like we have to keep in balance. So and thank you very much for having me in your this big and very smart platform and with so many young leaders. It's a big gift for me to be with you guys, and I'm enjoying so much. I'm very proud of seeing so many young emerging leaders are coming and they're going to take the lead, and this is very fascinating news for me. I'm very thrilled to be with you guys. So আমাদের ওয়ার্ল্ডের মধ্যে আমরা অনেকগুলো পভার্টির মধ্যে দিয়ে যাচ্ছি। আমরা যখন পভার্টি বা দারিদ্রতার কথা বলি, আমাদের মাথায় আগে আসে অবশ্যই ফাইন্যান্সিয়াল পভার্টি, যে আর্থিক দৈন্যতা। তো আর্থিক দৈন্যতা ছাড়াও আমাদের সবচেয়ে বড় অনেকগুলো দৈন্যতা আছে। সবচেয়ে বড় দৈন্যতা হচ্ছে মানসিক দৈন্যতা। আর্থিক দৈন্যতাটা রিকভারেবল, বাট মানসিক দৈন্যতাটা যদি আমরা নিজেরা ফিক্স না করি, অর্থাৎ যে আমাদের মনটাকে মাইন্ডটাকে ফোকাসের মধ্যে আনা, সেটা যদি করতে না পারি তাহলে এটা কেউ আমাদের জন্য করতে পারবে না, আনলেস আনটিল উই ডু ইট ফর আস। সো আমাদের সবচেয়ে বেশি যে জিনিসটা, যে দৈন্যতাটা দূর করতে হবে সেটা হচ্ছে মানসিক দৈন্যতা। আবার যদি পভার্টিটা আবার ক্যাটাগরাইজ করি, উই হ্যাভ ফাইন্যান্সিয়াল পভার্টি, বাট উই হ্যাভ টু big and very fatal poverty we have. One is leadership poverty. We are going through leadership crisis around the world. Even apni mosjide jan, mondire jan, government e jan, school e jan, college e jan, company te jan, we are going through a leadership crisis because everything rises and falls with leadership. Another crisis is time poverty. That's what we are going to study today. And also, like, this is why we are studying time management, because right now we have biggest constraint and biggest poverty is time poverty, because we have so much to do. There are so many things on our plate, but we still have 24 hours in a day. Okay, so Kamal bhai, আপনি কি আমার সেশন শুরু করে দিব নাকি আপনার অন্য কোনো ভাবে সময় আছে, বা লাইভে যাওয়ার আগ পর্যন্ত আমি স্টার্ট করতে পারবো না? তাহলে আমি একটু রিক্যাপ গুলো করতে পারি যে গত সেশনের ইয়াগুলো। সো আমরা গত সেশনটা স্টার্ট করেছিলাম, ওপেন করেছিলাম যে লাইফের একটা ডেফিনেশন দিয়ে। উই হ্যাভ সো মেনি ডেফিনেশনস অ্যাবাউট লাইফ. লাইফ ইজ ডিফারেন্ট টু ডিফারেন্ট পিপল, but there is a very authentic definition from Bruce Lee, and I also hold that this is mine. The definition of life is that we have a total amount of time in our life given by God. It's a great precious gift, most valuable gift we have in our life. তো আমাদের জীবনের সংজ্ঞাটাই হলো যে আমাদের কিছু সময় আছে আমাদের লাইফে, এবং it is very uncertain also. We don't have definite news that how much time do I have in my life. So I have to go by day. This is the most important thing. Today I have 24 hours. আমি যে পরের ঘন্টায় বেঁচে থাকবো এটাও আমি জানি না. So I have to, as a human being, I have to really make the best use of time. So আমরা আরেকটা টপিক আলাপ করেছিলাম যে we are always busy. No matter what, if you ask anyone, they are busy. But the question is why are we busy about? অনেকে দেখবেন যার কোনো চাকরি নেই, সেও বিজি অল ডে। আবার বিল গেটস অথবা ডক্টর মোহাম্মদ ইউনুস, they are also busy. So you are busy, I am busy, but what we are busy about? Are we using our time in a proper way? Another topic chilo is a visualization. Buddha said, what we think we become. So before we want to do something, we really have to start learning how to visualize that in our mind. যে আর্কিটেকচার যখন বিল্ডিংটা ডিজাইন করার আগে বিল্ডিংটার পুরো একটা রেপ্লিকা তার মাথার ভিতরে থাকে, এবং সেটাই হচ্ছে অথেন্টিক রেপ্লিকা, অথেন্টিক যে ডিজাইন। উনি যেটা পেপারে ডিজাইনটা করেছেন, ওটা কিন্তু ওনার ওই মাথায় যেটা আছে সেটা চেয়েও ভালো হয়নি, কারণ আমাদের whatever we have the form in our mind, that's the most authentic. So we really have to learn how to visualize, because what we think we become, and we have to learn to think on paper, not thinking in mind. You really have to always understand that whatever you are thinking, you have to write it down. I'm just giving an example to you. The other day I was driving to my work, and I have some thinking in my mind. I know that I will lose it, and I don't have any notepad or anything else with me, and I was driving. At the time I was listening to a training, in audio training, in my car. I stopped that one also, because whatever I was thinking, I don't want to lose it. Immediately when I parked, I don't have anything to write it down. So আমি একটা envelope পেয়েছি, যে আমার একটা চিঠি ছিল, সেই চিঠিটা envelope-টা পেয়েছি, and সবগুলো ইনফরমেশন আমি রাইট অ্যাওয়ে envelope-এর যে জায়গায় আমি চান্স পেয়েছি সেই জায়গায় লিখে রেখেছি, because I'm trying to practice that whatever it comes to my mind, I really have to write it down, because I don't want to lose it. So we have to learn how to think on paper, and our goals have to be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound or timely. So when we are thinking about a goal, our goal has to be smart, and the goal never becomes a goal until it is written with deadline and clear specifics. So remember that the goal is a goal when it is written with a deadline. Without a deadline, goal is never a goal, and it has to have clear specifics what you are going to do. Otherwise, it's a wish, random wish or random dream. Then the law of the three. Anything you do, it could be that you are starting a day, or you are going to shop. Anything you do, you have to always think about the law of the threes. So whatever you are going to do, there are always three most important things you are supposed to do. So when you are starting a day in your office, try to do those threes first. When you are going to shop, you have a big list. Try to buy the three items which you really need most. So whatever you are doing, even when you are teaching your kid, you have 10 items to teach in a day. Try to pick those three most important, because sometimes we got interrupted in the middle. We really need to finish which one is the most important, then second most important, then the third most important. Then 80-20 rule. So 80-20 rule, in every position, every field, you will see that the top 20% is earning the 80% of the income. So whenever we are thinking to be something, we always have to think that I will get to the top 20% people in that field. For example, যদি আমি বাংলাদেশের পার্সপেক্টিভে চিন্তা করি, আমি একজন শিক্ষক হতে চাই, ইংরেজি শিক্ষক হতে চাই, তো আমি টপ 20% যারা আছে তাদের মধ্যে আমি একজন হতে চাই। তারপর আমার থিঙ্কিংটা আরেকটু ব্রডার করতে হবে। I want to be in the top 20 teachers in Asia. Then I will get to the whole world. So I have to always think about it. আবার 80-20 রুলটা প্রবলেম সলভিং এর ক্ষেত্রেও অ্যাপ্লাই করা যায়। সেটা হচ্ছে আমাদের যে 100 প্রবলেমস আছে সেখানের মধ্যে we have to learn how to prioritize. So top 20% problem actually can save our 80% of our total time, or 80% of our total financial waste. So এখানেও এটা applicable. Then 10-90 rule I talked about. When you will really apply 10 minutes with focus in planning, you can really save 90% of your time from your execution time. যখন তুমি $10 প্ল্যানিং এ তুমি ব্যয় করছো, তুমি $90 তোমার পরিচালনার ক্ষেত্রে, এক্সিকিউশনের ক্ষেত্রে বা অ্যাপ্লিকেশনের ক্ষেত্রে তুমি সেভ করতে পারো। দিস ইজ এ ভেরি ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট থিং। অ্যান্ড প্ল্যানিং এর যে সংজ্ঞাটা ছিল সেটা হচ্ছে why we plan, or what is planning. Planning is to see the future on a piece of paper so that I can work on it. We bring the future to the present by writing on a paper or designing on a paper. এই যে আর্কিটেকচার যখন একটা বিল্ডিং এর ডিজাইন করছেন, একটা পেপারে অথবা কম্পিউটারের একটা স্ক্রিনে যে তিনি ডিজাইনটা করেছেন, what he is actually doing, he has a future in his mind and he is bringing that into present so that people can see it, how that future looks like. So we can work on it. এখন যখন এই ডিজাইনার বিল্ডিংটা ডিজাইন করে কম্পিউটারের স্ক্রিনে উনি আমাদেরকে দেখাচ্ছেন অথবা একটা পেজে ড্র করছেন, এখন আমরা যারা আরো স্টেক হোল্ডার্স আছি বিল্ডিংটা গড়ার ক্ষেত্রে, তারা সবাই এখন এটা দেখতে পাচ্ছি ফিউচারটা বাই ইউর ওন আইস, এন্ড ইউ ক্যান স্টার্ট ওয়ার্কিং অন ইট। বাট যতক্ষণ পর্যন্ত ওই গোলটা আমরা উই আর নট রাইটিং ইট ডাউন, উই আর নট ড্রয়িং ইট, ততক্ষণ পর্যন্ত it's a wish or it's a dream and it's completely in your mind. Only you can see it, but nobody else can see it. You know that any innovation, any invention, any discovery will never be possible by one person if other people do not help them to bring it to the real world. So তোমার প্ল্যানটা অন্যরা দেখতে হবে, এবং সেই অথবা তুমি যে ভবিষ্যৎটা নিয়ে আসছো সেটা অন্যরা দেখতে হবে, এবং এই দেখাটা হবে যখন তুমি প্ল্যানটা অর্গানাইজ ভাবে পেপারে করবা। দিস ইজ মোস্ট ইম্পর্টেন্ট। এন্ড দেন ইউ হ্যাভ টু থিঙ্ক লং টার্ম। দিস ইজ দ্য মোস্ট ইম্পর্টেন্ট থিং, বিকজ সামটাইমস when you will think long term, you will go through some short term pains. This is possible, but when you really can get to or reach the goal, all pains you endured will go away. Think about the analogy I gave you last time. যে ম্যারাথন রানার যে আছে, সে অনেকগুলো কসরতের মধ্যে দিয়ে যায়, অনেকগুলো পেইনের মধ্যে দিয়ে যায় in preparation, and after that যখন অলিম্পিকে ওই ট্র্যাকে দৌড়ায়, when he gets to the execution, ওই দৌড়টা চিন্তা করছে তাকে, he has to be the fastest runner in the world, how painful it is. So, but when he reaches the finish line, everything goes away because he is the champion. He is the winner. Right there, he doesn't have any pain. So think long term. Always, when you are doing something, think long term. So these were the things we actually discussed in last session. So whenever Kamal bhai will give me permission, then I will start.
আকবর ভাই, আপনি শুরু করেন। আমাদের যদি ডিফিকাল্টিজ হচ্ছে লাইভে ব্রডকাস্ট করতে, আপনি শুরু করেন, যখন লাইভে পারবো তখন চলে যাব, সমস্যা নেই। প্লিজ আপনি বিগিন করেন আপনার সেশন।
ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ। থ্যাংক ইউ
ডক্টর ভাই।
তো আমাদের যে আলোচনাটা দিয়ে শুরু করেছিলাম, আমাদের যে দৈন্যতার ভিতর দিয়ে যাচ্ছি, সেই দৈন্যতাটা হচ্ছে আপনাদের টাইম পভার্টি and leadership poverty. I think these two poverties, Kamrul bhai, he sensed that very well. This is why he actually started this journey. So আমরা যদি দেখি যে আজকে যতগুলো সমস্যার মধ্যে দিয়ে আমরা যাচ্ছি, যেমন ইউনাইটেড স্টেটস এর কথা বলি, যে why we are having so many infected people, because leadership didn't act on time. So think about it. If leadership, the way they are acting right now, if they acted since January, I'm not criticizing them, everyone makes mistake, but what we are saying, that leadership didn't act on time. So this is the problem we are having. Since January, if we acted, we really would do well. So in other countries, think about Libya and Venezuela. These two countries could be the richest country in the world, but they are not, because of their leadership. They have the most important natural resources in those countries, oil and gas, but still they are the poorest countries in the world right now because of their crisis, leadership crisis, and they couldn't execute on time. So this is the two most important crises. যদি আমরা আমাদের ফাইনান্সিয়াল ক্রাইসিস নিয়ে অনেক চিন্তা করছি, আমরা একটা রিসেশনের দিকে এগোচ্ছি because of this coronavirus. I don't know what is going to happen in the world, but the specialists and all the researchers saying that we are going to be sunk into a deep recession, which is even maybe like worse than Great Depression in the United States in 1930. So we have to be prepared. This is why we are studying this time management. So let's get to my screen share. So we are going through a poverty. That poverty is time poverty. One second. Okay. So this is the time poverty. এবং এই দারিদ্রতা থেকে আমাদেরকে আসলে improve করতে হবে এবং we have to be rich in using our time. So this is the main intention of this time management training, to give you a sense of urgency, to give you a sense of a sort of realization, so that you yourself can feel it, that you really need it, you really want to understand it, and how you move on, how you should apply your ideas, and when you should apply your ideas, how you can move on. So this is one of the most important and most favorite methodology of Brian Tracy. So he wants to actually categorize all of his works into 5 ways, like 5 categories, A, B, C, D, E. So এটাকে ABCDE method বলা হয়। তো উনি ওনার daily এটা তুমি apply করতে পারো, you can apply it into your whole plan. You can also apply it into your day work. You can apply also in your hour work. So anyway, it works. So ABCDE method. তো এ বলতে তিনি বোঝাচ্ছেন the most important task, যেখানে এর পাশে তুমি must লিখে রাখতে পারো, must, MUST, must. B এর পাশে তুমি লিখে রাখতে পারো should, the task has minor consequences but you should do it. C হলো the task has no consequences, you can do it completely later, or sometimes if it is complete time constraint, maybe when you have to really cut out something, you can cut it out from your list. এই হচ্ছে যে কাজগুলো তুমি না করে you can make other people do it, because your time is probably more valuable than the other people are doing it. Let's say আমি একটা ছোট এক্সাম্পল দিতে পারি, let's say I earn $50 per hour, কিন্তু এই কাজটা যদি বা আমার করার কথা, যদি আমি দেখি যে এই কাজটা অন্য কেউ করে দিলে আমাকে $10 বা $15 per hour করে দিবে, so I don't need to use my $50 worth valuable time for this one, because I can manage someone who will do for me, and I have to pay $15 per hour, but I earn $50 per hour, so I can save $35, I can gain $35 right there, so I can delegate this task to other people. এই হচ্ছে যে জিনিসটা একেবারেই দরকার হবে না, you can eliminate the task completely if you don't have time. So there are 5 categories. আবার এ যখন তুমি think করছো, you really have to categorize over there too, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. That means the most important, the second most important, third most important, fourth most important. In everyone, in every category, B category bolo, C category bolo, D category bolo, in every section, you really can think like this: B1, B2, B3, B4, C1, C2, C3, C4. So we have 5 categories over there. Look at the right picture. So first one is that urgent and important. That one is A, urgent and important. That one you cannot ignore at all. This is a must. This is a must. So you have to do it now. So there is a second one, is the most important, important, not urgent. You don't have to do it right now. You can really schedule it. You can really think to do it later. So that one is B. That one is should. It is important. I cannot ignore it, but I can do it later. This is not urgent right now to do it. So I can decide when to do it. And there is the third category, the urgent, not important. This is urgent, I have to do it, but not important. That one is D. I can delegate and find someone to do it for me. The fourth category is not important, not urgent. Those works mostly C and E. E can completely be eliminated. C, they have no consequences on your project, but you can take it, you can do it if you have time. So there are C and E, those are in fourth quadrant. So some works urgent and important, and some works important and urgent. So urgent and important is a must. We have to do it now. This is the right time to do it. And B category jeta ache, important and urgent, you can decide, you can reschedule, you can schedule to do it later. So D is for delegation, which is not urgent. It's important, but not urgent. So I can pass it to somebody else to do it. But C and E is not important, not urgent. I can delete it if I need to. But if I have time to do all the works from A to E, definitely I will do it. But this is the category I really have to follow. So I have to really focus on key results. Physical resource and mental resource. These two things have to really come very, very close. So when every physical and mental resources is focused, one's power to solve a problem multiplies tremendously. So ekhane physical resource, the resource available for you, and the mental resource is your ideas, your planning, as well as your team members. When all these things connect, you all bring your whole self to work. তোমাদের নিজেকে নিয়ে আসা। অনেক সময় দেখবা যে মানুষ যখন কাজের মধ্যে আসে, they do not bring them completely. They keep some part of them somewhere else. This is why sometimes you will see that কাজে আসার আগেই আমি প্ল্যান করছি যে কিভাবে আমি কাজ থেকে যাব, অথবা গাড়িটা কিভাবে পার্ক করলে আমি at the end of the work I can go home quickly. When someone is thinking about going home quickly before even he started the work, that person didn't bring his whole self to work, because that person is planning to leave the work before even starting the work. So think about it. So we have to have 7 key result areas we have to focus. First of all, planning. So we remember one message from Warren Buffett. He said that an idiot with a plan can beat easily a genius without a plan. So planning is very important, because planning helps us to see the future on a paper. We can see the future, how we can work on it, and we have to organize our plan. So we have to find the right people, that is the staffing. Then you have to delegate the work. You have to really distribute the work in a proper way to the right people at right time. So when they're doing the work, you have to really supervise them. You really have to see how they're doing, and you have to guide them. And also you have to evaluate them, measure them. Are they doing in a right way? Or help them to get to the right track. Then you have to report what you are doing. So
can you repeat the staffing part? I missed it.
We are now live at Facebook as well. So I'm request just a second pause, Akbar bhai. Can I just give a brief intro to the Facebook audience?
Oh, please.
And just give me 2 minutes, because we just got the Facebook live, and also requesting everybody to share it to using our Facebook page as well, so that others can join. So welcome everybody. So this is our regular session for our next gen leader, whom we are all developing them as our next gen leader. So currently we are having about 16,000 of the community plus, and every day it is growing. And out of the 16,000 next gen leader from across the nation, we have about 170 institutions, including all the universities of Bangladesh, coming in and joining into this platform as a next gen leader. And we are now developing them, equipping them, and giving them the required soft skill which is needed for today and tomorrow for their career success, be it in organizations and also be it in the to become an entrepreneur as well. এই লক্ষ্যে আমরা কাজ করছি। বর্তমানে আমরা 4000-এর অধিক স্টুডেন্টকে আমরা অনলাইনে থ্রু more than 140 batches of our online batches are going at this very moment during this lockdown, and every day our batches are enrolling. Our students are learning the soft skill into the 8 different categories, like communication skills to problem solving, the attitude, entrepreneurial mindset, digital literacy, and things like this. So as part of this developmental process, we are inviting various resources from around the world, around the globe, And today, into this process, we have a very special guest from USA, which also happens to be from Bangladesh, and is Mr. Akbar Hossain. He's also John Maxwell certified trainer, speaker, and coach, and working for a large multinational company in US in Connecticut, especially. And this is a huge multinational company. So today, into this process, he's actually covering time management part 2. Previously, we have covered time management part 1. So in our next week, there is also another John Maxwell certified coach which is joining for this program. So as you know, a lot of our programs we're actually doing for students, and some of the programs we're doing it for professional as well. So this is the program we actually designed and developing for our next gen leaders, targeting them, equipping them, and also giving them the ideas, tools, techniques, process, and methodologies, so that ওরা নিজেদেরকে develop করতে পারে. And welcome all of you, those are just joining and will be joining into this Facebook Live. And please enjoy, and please let us welcome our guest today, who is giving us tremendous contribution and support for this developmental journey. This is Mr. Akbar Hossain from USA. I am leaving it to you to take it over for the session. Thank you, Mr. Akbar Hossain, and thank you for giving us all these hands to support us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Coach Kamrul Hassan. This is a tremendous opportunity to be with young leaders and the leaders who are going to take the leading part of our nation in future and from now on. So this is a great opportunity. I am very thankful to you to have me to be with this energetic, emerging young leaders. So I'm very delighted to be with you and to be with all these young leaders. Thank you very much for this opportunity. So the viewers, we are actually talking about time management, how we can really crucially and most importantly with our focused mind, how we can use our time, make the best use of our time when we are spending our day every day. So this is the second part. We discussed some of the part, but today we have a lot to cover and very important things to cover. So even though I discussed, I wanna just a little bit go back what I discussed, that we are right now having through coronavirus crisis, but we have biggest crisis is that time constraints, time crisis, and leadership crisis. So this is why we are here to discuss about how we can make the best utilization of our time, and we can do more than we normally do, how we can really distribute our time, and also we can help our team to get on their feet to do more for us, for our society, for our career, for our job, for our nation. So welcome. So let's have get to the discussion where I was. So we have 7 key focus areas we really have to focus when we wanna use our time very, very smartly. So in these 7 key result areas is first one is planning, because without planning, nothing happens. And planning has to be very, very organized, very thoughtful, because plans let us see the future on a piece of paper, because we have to think on paper. So we can see the future on the paper. When we can see it, we can really work on it and we know what to do it. And also we can involve others to see it. Before I planned something, I actually had all these things in my mind, inside my mind. Others couldn't see it. This is why we really have to have a written plan, well-organized plan. After that, we are organizing that part, that how this plan is going to work. After this organization of the planning, you have to do the staffing. Staffing means you have to get the right people to work for you, to work with you, so that we can really make this plan happen and all this thinking can come to actuality, become actuality. It is real. We can make it real. So we have to get the right people with the right mindset so that we can really work on this plan. After that, we have to delegate our work. We have to give the right amount of work to the right people, and so that they can accomplish in right time. Then we have to supervise people. not only I am distributing the work. As a leader, I can go to sleep after delegating the work. I really have to supervise the work so that people can really see that what they're doing, I am seeing it, and also I can be with them. So supervising is very, very important because your people have to know that you are with them, and also you are watching them, not negatively, you are watching them, you are really wanting to be with them. So you are part of the process. They are part of the process. You have to give that sense to the people. Then you have to evaluate their work and how the progress is going on. It's not only evaluating an individual, you are actually also like seeing that the plan you have, the time you have to do a portion of your work or the day's work, you are really accomplishing it. If you are not, you really have to focus on this, and then you have to help the people so that they can get on their feet and they can really do their part. And then you have to report. Normally when we think about reporting, we think that we go get to our bosses and report it. This is a part, this is true, but we really have to report it to our subordinates also, so that we can tell them how much progress we made, how much progress that colleague made, and what we need to do. Are we slow, or do we need to speed up, or do we need to replan our work, or reorganize our work, or re-staffing our work, or redelegate our work? So we have to report it to our subordinates. So as a leader, never forgets to report it to your people in your team. So this is what we are doing because we want to bring all the physical resources and mental resources together into one focus. So we have to really focus on key results. After that, you have to have a good mindset to have a thorough preparation. Very important. Have everything you need before you begin, right? You have to have everything ready. And there is a word, it's called clear your desk. That's a Brian Tracy's word, clear your desk. It means you have lots of things to do every day, but you can do one thing at a time. Only one thing, not two things. Even though lots of bosses, they're talking about multitasking is an illusion. Always remember, it's an illusion. Multitasking is not really good. Yes, if there is something comes in the middle of your doing something else, take a note. Okay, I'll do it later. But when I am doing it, I really have to do this one. Because as I told you guys in last session, when we get distracted, we really need average 17 minutes to get to the main focus. তো আমি যখন distracted হব, আমার এই লেকচারের মাঝখানে যদি হঠাৎ করে কেউ এসে অন্য কথা বলে অথবা অন্য কোনো নিউজ দেয়, I get distracted. When I get distracted, I actually need 17 minutes to get to the right focus. So think about it. আমাদের সেশনটা, our session is all about an hour or 1.5 hours. So if I get distracted 5 times, I actually lose the whole session. So clear your desk means you have 10 things to do, but move it to somewhere else. Only keep one thing on your table so that you can see only one thing on your table. So you have to remember that one thing at a time. And you have to create a kind of urgency in your mind for the task completion. যে কাজটা শুরু করা হয় সেই কাজটা আসলে শেষ করতে হবে। লিউ টলস্টয় বলেছিলেন যে মানুষ অনেকগুলো কাজ একসাথে শুরু করে সে মানুষ কোনোটাই শেষ করতে পারে না। This is a very most important message. I actually studied that one when I was in high school. I didn't feel it, but now I feel it a lot that it's actually multitasking is not that good. Sometimes maybe you have to, because of you are under pressure, but you really have to think about it. You have to clear your desk so that you can be focused. I cannot be master in so many things. I can be master in one thing. You have to prepare thoroughly. After you prepare, launch it immediately. So executing mindset is very, very important. Execution mindset. Always remember that you will see that a lot of people actually spend time on planning so much time. But the most important thing is that do not try to be perfect. This is another problem we have as human beings around the world, mostly the countries, third world countries like us. Our education system sometimes misguided us. Our social system misguided us. They always told us that when we do something, we really have to be really, really perfect. That's totally impossible. Even Adam and Eve, they were not flawless. Everybody has mistakes, but the thing is that you have to plan, of course. You have to organize everything, of course. But as soon as you have a feeling that your plan or your organization is 80% good, minimum, go for it and start doing it. So don't expect to correct perfection for the first time or even first friends. This is very, very important. So when you have an 80% correct plan, start doing it. So when you have to really probably have a problem, you have to stop, fix, and keep going. Stop, fix, and keep going. And yourself, get to work. You have to push yourself. Sometimes you will see that people are not even starting their work or their plan because they want to be perfect. Think about it. Sometimes because of that, they never started at all. So there is a message from Wayne Gretzky. He's saying that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. যে তুমি স্টার্টই করনি, তুমি প্ল্যান যেটা করেছো স্টার্টই করনি, you never tried it, so you missed the whole one. You didn't try it because you were worried about perfection. You wanted to be 100% correct. Now you didn't try it. You even didn't accomplish 1% of the work because you never tried it. So you have to really prepare thoroughly and you have to be really speedy executioner. Continuous learning is the minimum requirement for success in a plan. Always remember one thing is that when you are planning something, you are not perfect. That's what we talked about. We have to apply it, but on the way, there will be a long learning curve. And in the same way in our life, sometimes we are changing our career in the mid career. Why we are doing it? Because we saw that we did learn a lot of things in our life that was not the right career. So we are moving into something else. I'm not wrong, definitely, when I'm doing it. But the thing is that I'm learning. So on the way also, you have to plan, you have to reorganize your plan sometimes. But it is through the continuous learning. So in your team, with your team member, you really have to create a continuous learning mindset. That's a culture you have to create in your team, because if you do not have that culture to learn from the process, you are not going to accomplish anything. So continuous learning is the minimum requirement. You can go maximum more than that, but continuous learning is the minimum requirement to improve or to get a success in your field. This is from Brian Tracy. So you have 3 steps to mastery on anything. First of all, good leaders are good readers. You have to really read at least 1 hour every day. Warren Buffett is reading 6 hours still. He's over 80 plus, an entrepreneur, the most successful. That person is still reading 6 hours every day. So if you want to improve, you really have to read, and take some courses or attend some seminars available in your field. This is another most important thing related to your field. Whoever is offering, maybe whole session, whole course might not be really great, but there are some portion is going to trigger your thinking. So take some courses or attend some seminars available in your field and listen to audio or video. So like, for example, in the United States, I got a data that from 500 to 1,000 hour in a year, we pass time on driving. So যখন থেকে আমি তথ্যটা জেনেছি, আমি আগে normally news শুনতাম. Normally, I used to listen to music, especially my kids are on car, they'll want to listen to music. So, but when I realized that I got that fact or data, I stopped doing it. I started buying audio programs, audio courses, and যখন আমি drive করি, I'm always on that audio. because I'm learning all the time when I'm driving. So I don't want to waste that time as well. So in Bangladesh's perspective, অনেকের হয়তো গাড়ি না থাকতে পারে. It's not a problem, but you are passing a long period on a bus অথবা on a vehicle given by your office. So listen to some audio and video on the subject from different sources. এবং আর কিছু না হলেও YouTube, you can go to the YouTube because YouTube is the one of the best universities in the world. আমাকে কেউ যদি র্যাঙ্কিং করতে দেয় ভার্চুয়ালি যে what is the best university, আমার কাছে Google এবং YouTube, they are the two best universities in the world. Even these two are before, to me, before Harvard, Oxford and Cambridge. So listen to it. So if you want to really become master in your field, you always have to read. You always have to take some courses. Even ওই কোর্স যদি তুমি নিজে নিজেও কোর্স বানাতে পারো, you can make your course. Get to Google, copy paste some of the information and make a folder, make a file and read it. You can make your own course and you can make a target. Okay, আমি 100 পেজ কপি করেছি, ওই 100 পেজ গুলো আমি next 10 days এর মধ্যে I will study. Every day I will read 10 pages. You can make your own course. Anything that can trigger your thinking related to your field. Anything. So you have to really get to the mastery by thinking this way. So the better you get at your key skills, the more you accomplish in a shorter period of time. This is why I cannot accomplish the way Bill Gates accomplishes, because he is master time manager. He is much better time manager than I am. So the better you get at your key skills and the better you know how to use your time, the more you can accomplish in a shorter period of time. That's what Brian Tracy is saying. So you can, because every job and every field, they're expecting minimum from you. There is an expectation from you, minimum. But if you want to be leader in that field, you have to really cross the expected level and you have to be more. If you want to be more, if you want to do more, you have to really learn more. You have to really grow more. So the more comes with more. When you apply more, you use more, you do more, then you succeed more. So identifying your key constraints, what kind of problem you have. Just ask your mind, what is holding you back? Why you cannot start the one you want to start? Or why your project is not moving? What is holding you back? What sets your speed? So you have to have a certain speed. Which one sets your speed? Do that one. If you think that if there is a person who can inspire you, get that person on board so that your speed goes up. And why aren't you at your goal yet? Ask your questions. So these 3 questions, if you can find the answers to these 3 questions, I think that's it. It's gonna really help you. So you have to find the limiting factors. Which one is limiting your capability? Why you cannot go up? For example, when McDonald's, they started their business in California, so they could be able to get up to 10 restaurants. They were trying to sell the franchise, but somehow it was failing. They were great entrepreneurs. They bring the fast food to the world. Not only they brought fast food খেতে খেতে American mentality fastest হয়ে গেছে, যে everything they want to do fast. So when they were trying to sell that idea after the 10 restaurant, it was not working properly. So they got stuck, and Ray Kroc, another developer, another thinker, came into the scene. So he proposed to the McDonald's brothers that I want to join with you guys. I have this plan. After Ray Kroc joined, they were struggling at 10 restaurants. They went over 100 very quickly in a couple of years. So think about it. McDonald brothers, they were great entrepreneurs, but they had constraints. They were not moving because they had leadership problem. I'm not saying they're bad people. They're great entrepreneurs. So they had to bring a leader to move them on, to make them move on. So what happened after Ray Kroc came? Think about it. What is McDonald's? now, every corner of the world. Think about it. Even if McDonald's family get $1 per restaurant every hour, they get more, but I'm just saying how much money coming to their family. So this is called leadership. Sometimes you have to improve your leadership to get more. So 80-20 rules I told you guys before is that you have to always think about get to the 20%, top 20% of your field. And also you have 100 constraints. So there are 20 constraints is external, but 80% constraint is internal. It means that actually you have to improve yourself. The problem, when we think about a problem or think about problems about why I fail, so we always love to blame others. So, but you have to really think, you have to improve on thinking and say, I am responsible. Because if I am not responsible, at least I'm responsible for my responses to what happened. So আমরা ন্যাচারালি অলওয়েজ অন্যকে ব্লেম করতে শিখেছি। আমাদের রিলিজিয়ন থেকে আমরা একটা সিনের আইডিয়া পেয়েছি, পাপ। সো যখন পাপ হয় তখন অন্য কেউ না কেউ এটার জন্য দোষী। আবার ল সিস্টেম বলে যে আমাদের উই হ্যাভ অলওয়েজ, ল সিস্টেম বলছে যে উই হ্যাভ অলওয়েজ প্রবলেম, and when we have a problem, someone to blame. But we have to always understand that there is somehow, when I am in the middle of some situation, even if someone is to blame, still there is some responsibilities from my side. So according to the specialists, they are saying that when there is a problem, actually 80% problem is coming from inside of me, and 20% are external. So we always have to remember that we really have to improve on us. That's what it's saying. So you have to really figure out what are the key constraints in yourself. Lead yourself first. This is the precondition of leadership. So this is the precondition of leadership. If you want to be a better leader, first you have to learn how to lead yourself, because if you don't know how to lead yourself, you actually cannot lead others. So the biggest challenge of the great leaders is to lead themselves. That's what John Maxwell said. That's what Robin Sharma said. That's what Bill Gates said. Everybody said that the first of their job is to lead themselves. If they can lead themselves well, they can lead others. So your only limitation is the one you set up in your own mind, that Napoleon Hill said. So the lead the field, see yourself as a role model, create deadline to your commitment. So make sure you are committing to yourself in a true sense. If you think that you have 1 hour time to do something, do not tell yourself that I'm going to do 2 hours. Do not cheat with yourself. So first of all, learn how to manage your own time. First of all, learn how to lead yourself. So advise yourself that time is to do, it is always now. So Martin Luther King said that time is always right, to do what is right. So executioning something, the time of executioning something or doing something is actually now. If I have a great plan, I have to start some way to do it. So first I have to learn how to lead myself. Sometimes technology is a wonderful servant. Like we are taking advantage of technology right now. It's a great tool. We are using Zoom, and all the people are in different places. I'm in the United States. Technology is a great tool. So we have to also learn how to use technology, and I have to take control of my communication. Close every program you don't need when you are using it. Let's say you are on your email. You don't need to keep the Google page open until you don't need it, because sometimes it gets distracted. If your Facebook is open, someone is gonna send you a message. It can wait, but sometimes we are keeping it open. It's distracting us. And create alternative for emergencies. If I cannot do it right now, or if I cannot do it, who can do it for me? Or how I can do it in alternative way. Take control of your time and take control of your emotion. So this is the biggest problem we have, is that we cannot control our emotion. So we have to really control our emotions. So think about, I can talk about social media. On an average, people are using social media 2.5 hours every day. And if we think about our young generation, they are even sometimes worse. Sorry if I didn't want to really upset anyone personally, but young generation, sometimes we are seeing that they are on social media 6-7 hours a day. That's number one. Before, when I was at work during break time, we had a really fruitful communication about work, about our family. When we get to the break room or cafeteria, we used to discuss a lot of things. Now nobody talks to each other in the break room. Everybody is on their phone. Everybody is busy with their phone. They are becoming the slave to their phone. They didn't realize that. They are becoming the slave to their phone. So technology is a wonderful servant, but technology could be a terrible master. Technology could control you. But as a human being, you really have to learn how to control technology. Technology is your servant, but sometimes technology is becoming your master. So technology is just a tool. What matters is how we use it. What matters is actually how we use it. So technology is a terrible master. I already talked about this. So have a choice, stay clear-headed. You actually have to know what you need and what you don't need. Don't become too addicted. So take back your time. 80% of your technology is useless, according to the research. The technology used in our life is 80% what we are doing is useless. If we know how to really intelligently use the technology, we can be really fruitful and we can really be smart. So using the time in a smart way is actually the sign of your smartness. So refuse to be a slave to technology. So can you please, whoever is talking, can you please mute yourself so that like we can have, because as I said that I don't want to get distracted because I lose my flow. So there is more to life than increasing its speed. So this is another thing, is that there is more to life. Increasing speed means how we are speeding up. So I am using technology all day. Doesn't mean that I'm a really good technology user. So we really have to think about it. Mahatma Gandhi didn't have Facebook at that time, or Twitter or Instagram, but I think he knew what is coming. So he actually warned us how we need to be. Focus on your attention. So focus on your attention, develop a positive addiction. Addiction is bad, but if you have positive addiction, it's really good. But when you are having that addiction, always remember your time, the time you have in your hand. So, and also the multitasking illusion, I already covered that. So it is an illusion that I have to be a multitasker. I have to do a lot of things at the same time. Yes, probably I have to do, but I have to really plan how we can manage that. So, but I cannot do two things at the same time. I cannot drive two cars at the same time. It is not possible. So choose proven solutions. When you are looking for a solution, you are choosing something. Choose something already proven by the specialists, by the experts. So this is very important, is that when you are choosing, you are a choosing being, you always have to choose something. So when you are choosing the right thing. Double your productivity by planning in advance. This is the most important thing. We already discussed that, but this discussion will never end, because planning in advance will save your time and will help you navigate your course properly. So this is the most important thing we can never ignore. As Warren Buffett said, that the person, an idiot with a plan, can beat a genius without a plan. So all of life is the study of attention. All of the life is the study of attention. Where your attention goes, your life actually follows. This is a very important thing. All of your life is the study of attention. If you can keep your attention and you are focused, you are there to do something, accomplish something possible you want to. So if you think about going to the moon or making the Burj Al Arab, that building in Dubai, those things happen because of attention and focus and proper time management. And so many people focused in a proper way, right way. They got the right solution, look for right solution, and they plan in advance. They stop multitasking and they had positive addiction. That's why they made something what other people never made ever before that one. So the life is always attention. Develop a sense of urgency. So it's called in 5 levels of leadership. When I was teaching you guys, I talked about momentum. Momentum is sense of forward motion. So everything comes through your realization, actually, how you realize. So sometimes some people don't realize well, or they don't know how to do it, or they are not skilled in planning or understanding things, so they are slow. So if you are focused, if you have a sense of urgency, you can do anything. So you have to really get into flow right away when things have, you have the things and you have to really start doing it when you are sure that at least 80% of your plan is correct. Try it. Trigger high performance in yourself. That one, first you have to actually tell yourself every day in the moment, I'm a prioritizer, I'm an action taker, I'm a fast mover. I really have to always tell that to my minds. And I am a good performer. I want to be. I want to be like the other good performer. So when you, and you have to, birds of the same feather flock together. You have to get to those kind of people to hang around. So it will trigger high performance in yourself. So you have to also build a sense of momentum that I will create results. It will create a speed in our team. And to do something, the time is always now. Do it now. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Procrastination is a big problem among the people, that always delaying. Okay, tomorrow will be better time. Today weather is not good. People have lots of excuses. If you, smart people always have solutions, and smart people always have excuses. So start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. Don't think that you're gonna get the all perfect things when you start. So better tools you can find when you really start. Single handle every task. Once you get going, you really have to keep going. So look at the picture, one step at a time. So, but a lot of people want to take the flight. They don't want to take a painful journey. Like you will see that when I have time, when I get to any new building, I really want to see it. So I don't take the elevator. I take the stairs. Even if it is 7 floors, 6 floor, 8 floor, I need to go. I really like to see, because when I take the elevator or lift, ওটা যখন আমি নেই, আমি খুব quickly পৌঁছে যাই। আমি যখন 7 তলায় গিয়েছি, I actually didn't see up to the 6th floor. I didn't experience up to 6th floor. So in case I am in the 7th floor, for example, let's say there is a fire in that building and they close the elevator. Now I don't know what to do. Now I don't know where to go. So this is a very important thing. I have to really experience the whole building. So when there will be an emergency, I have to change my course. I have to change my navigation. At that time, I really have to know the way. Now, when I took the elevator to get to that building, and I know there is exit sign. Sometimes when I never was in that building, sometimes exit signs are puzzling too. I don't know the building. So I really have to experience that. This is an analogy. This is an example. I'm giving it to you. But always remember one thing is that one step at a time, and you try to experience. যখন তুমি একটা কোর্স শেষ করছো, সবকিছু তোমার কাজে লাগুক আর না লাগুক, read every single chapter, climb every single chapter, go through every single class. Do not try to categorize which one you need, which one you don't need, when there is a plan in front of you. Amar ekjon friend er baba chilen, he was an executive. So one day I was talking about a teacher that he doesn't teach well, and students don't like him. So I was trying to avoid classes, not to get to the classes, just to make some attendance, or I used to go to the class late because I didn't want to get to that teacher. But my friend's father actually warned me. He said that always remember, তুমি যখন একটা সেমিনারে যাবে আর অথবা একটা ক্লাসে যাবে, it could be 1 hour, 2 hour, or 3 hour. There could be only one single sentence might trigger your mind, and you will be always waiting for that. So these are all examples I'm sharing from my life, and I got my lesson. I never missed any class of that teacher. So even though he was not that good teacher according to all of us at that time, but later I found out that yes, sometimes his delivery was not that good, but still in the middle of the class, at the end of the class, in the beginning of the class, or at some point, he used to really speak some good sentences. He used to talk about some good stuff, and that was helping me. So you have to really take all the steps to accomplish something. Then you can look back one step at a time, climb all the stairs. আমরা সিঁড়ি দিয়ে ওঠার সময় দেখবেন অনেকের মানসিকতা আছে দুইটা স্টেয়ার একসাথে লাফ দিয়ে ওঠা. That's very bad too. So because you are putting pressure on your body, that's one thing. Another thing is that you could have an accident, and you will see that you are losing more energy when you are doing that. So you have to climb all the stairs. Once you get going, you actually have to also keep going, and self-discipline is the key. So everything comes with self-discipline, because if you have self-discipline, you have everything. If you don't have self-discipline, you have nothing. Brian Tracy in Washington DC, one day he was asking another great leader named Cop Mayer. So Cop Mayer had total 1,000 good rules to be successful. So Brian Tracy asked him, so among these all 1,000 rules, which one you really admire most, and you think that the most important thing you need to do? He said the self-discipline. With self-discipline, everything works. Without self-discipline, nothing works. So when we think about time management, we are thinking about how we spend our day. We have to really discipline ourselves. But you will always see that many leaders are failing because they are trying to discipline the entire team, but they're not disciplining themselves. So this is very, very big crisis we have, because we always have to remember that people do what we do. People do not do what we say. Yes, people will follow our word when people will see that my words and my actions have a similarity, close connection. So this is a very, very important thing to do. Self-discipline, no excuses, plan in advance. So we talked about like a lot of rules from Brian Tracy, from other genius people. So, but if you want me to summarize, it's actually self-discipline. It's actually planning in advance. It's actually doing one thing at a time. It is actually putting your whole focus. So when you are doing something, let's say you are now in a session, try to bring whole yourself into this. Do not try to let other things to hold you from understanding this. This is a great platform, and we are learning a lot. But the thing is that no matter you are here or you are somewhere else, put your whole focus. Try to close all the doors except one door you are following and going through. So here stops and finishes my discussion, but time management journey never ends. So I will be with you guys all the time. This is a great opportunity. So when I'm with you, I'm very, very overjoyed. And if you think or say that, why are you helping us? I have an interest why I'm helping you, because I always had dreamed to be with young leaders. And this is an opportunity for me. Whoever will give me that opportunity, I will be with them. So because you are not the citizen of Bangladesh, you are Bangladesh. I believe that way, and you are going to be the leaders of Bangladesh, and I have a great stake on that. So I was telling one day to one of my students a story is that যে নায়ক ফেরদৌস যখন কলকাতায় অভিনয় করতে গিয়েছিলেন প্রথম, বাসু চ্যাটার্জি ওনাকে কাপড় কিনে দিয়েছিলেন। তো ফেরদৌস তো তখন তেমন একটা ফেমাস না, তখন সে বলছিল যে বাসুদা আমি বাংলাদেশে ফিরে গিয়ে সবাইকে বলবো যে কলকাতার বিখ্যাত পরিচালক আমাকে কাপড় কিনে দিয়েছে। তো ওই রেফারেন্স তো বাসুদেব চ্যাটার্জি বললো একদিন তুমি বিখ্যাত হয়ে যাবে, তখন আমি মানুষটাই বলবো জানো এই ফেরদৌসকে প্রথমে সে যখন বিখ্যাত ছিল না আমি কাপড় কিনে দিয়েছিলাম। So one day you guys will be great leaders and I will proudly say এখানে যতজন আছে শাহরিয়ার, নুসরাত, সাকিব, Abdullah, I cannot read all the name. One day I will be proudly saying, you see that great leader in Bangladesh, I was with that person. I had a session with them. That was my biggest pride. I hold in my mind. That's the biggest certificate you guys gave me. That is the biggest reward or fruit or profit what I got from this training. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kamal bhai.
Thank you so much.
And effort. Can we all just give a round of applause to Akbar bhai? So I think this applause is nothing but a simple appreciation from all of us. It is just a token of love. So don't be miser, please. Just appreciating also. How many of us we are just on the room? I think 80 plus, right? 80
89.
Plus. 89. 89.
Kamal bhai, I will stop you a little bit over here. What I will do, I will prepare a word file for you guys on this, all this what I discussed about. I'm sorry, I should have sent it before, but I'm going to send you guys that one word file. I'll send it to Shahriar. He's going to transmit it too, but you have to
Yeah. Just take your time for both the sessions, summary, and also the slides if you can, so that we can talk. If you can, only if you can share it for us for our library, and the word file definitely, because we'll be putting it inside the library, YouTube library as well. All the lessons, because next week we're coming also from the John Maxwell team, Sheikh Rahman, and the following week also coming Mr. Raj Kapoor, and he's going to talk about, he's the famous, in the US as well, having 40 years of experience in the finance industry. So, financial management, wealth management is his mastery. So we're going to build a library for the next gen leaders, and that's what we're looking forward. So if any questions, comments, suggestions, please do ask. Otherwise, I think we actually in this session learned a lot. And if we can combine the last two sessions, self-discipline to me is the key. This is also said by our key person today as well. Akbar also said it so. Self-discipline, there is no alternative than that of self-discipline. And another thing I really liked it, once you keep going, you keep going. Once you get going, you keep going. And one step at a time. So this two thing is really the key. Because once you can build our habit will build us. সবচেয়ে বড় habit হলো the habit of self-discipline. This is the mother, father, and parents of all habits. আমাদের আসলে অনেক প্রতিভা ধ্বংস হয়ে যায়, অনেক প্রতিভা নষ্ট হয়ে যায়, অনেক প্রতিভা অকালে ঝরে যায়, অনেক প্রতিভা পৃথিবী আলো দেখে না because of the lack of self-discipline. তো শুধুমাত্র যদি আমরা একটি বিষয়কে ফোকাস দিতে পারি, because one thing at a time, এবং one task at a time. I'm a firm believer. I am not a believer of multitasking. I said, আমি গতকাল লাইভ করেছিলাম যে what is the one skill that you're going to master out yourself? One skill and one skill and one skill. যদি কেউ লাইফ টাইমে একটা স্কিলকে মাস্টার করতে পারে, he would be the world famous. Imagine yourself as you are a world famous into any discipline, into any areas of your life. Be it cooking, be it presentation, be it anything. Doesn't matter, but matter is the one thing. What is your mastery? So one thing at a time, and once you get going, keep going. And self-discipline, this is key. And fundamentals of everything that you do. আমরা যদি অনেক কিছু মনেও না রাখি, অন্তত যদি শুধুমাত্র এই তিনটা সেন্টেন্স মনে রাখি, can you remember these three sentences only? Self-discipline, right, is the key. Once you get going, keep going, right? And one step at a time. These three things, to me, is the summary of today's session. And to me, it is the summary of time management. because without these, time management is actually nothing. But time management is task management, which is the priority management. What is your priority today? Setting out the priority. So that's all about. Mic is soundless, please. So I think that's all for today. If anybody wants to say anything from the room, so please go ahead and express your views. Anybody. So it's an open floor now. Come and join us.
I have a request. I want to hear from one individual. I'm reading. I am reading. I didn't actually understand the whole. It was really broken.
আবার বলেন তো, আমি শুনি নাই।
আচ্ছা, তো এখানে আমাদের একজন রাইটার আছে, আপনার সুমিত্রা। আমি ওর কাছ থেকে কিছু একটা শুনতে চাই। ওর লেখাগুলো আমি পড়েছি। So there is a leader, Sumitra. I want to hear something from her, and she's writing. I love her writing. So can she say something, 1 or 2 minutes? Sumitra goes.
শাহরিয়ার, আমরা কি সবার মাইক্রোফোনটা কেন জাস্ট টার্ন অফ? আর শুধুমাত্র যে কথা বলতে চাই সে কথা বলবে। Right. Sumitra Ghosh also, we are appointing her as a content development leader. So we are making content team, and Sumitra Ghosh just appointed as our head of content writer, head of content design and development team, content research team. Sumitra, are you there? Sumitra, are you there? I don't know. Sumitra কি রুমে আছে?
Sumitra se join করতে পারে না ভাই কোনো কারণে হয়তো।
Okay, before Sumitra, so if anybody, I mean, I don't know whether she's available or not. If anybody wants to share any thoughts, any questions, any suggestions, anything, just come on live and just share your thoughts. Who wants to share? Come on. There are 80 plus on the room, right? Using the Zoom link. Or if anybody watching from the Facebook, if you really want to jump into the, if you want to share your thought as well, we can give you, just comment below. We'll give you the Zoom link. Anybody, Mr. Iqbal Rasul, Mr. Iqbal, and Mr. Saiful, Mr. Abdullah Farooq. A lot of people are watching right now. At least 38 still on the Facebook Live. If any one of you wants to join with us right now and to ask the questions, and we can give you the Zoom link. So let us know here on the comments. And we're looking forward some of our next gen leaders comment as well, comments, questions, and come on, be bold and ask questions. Anyone? Shahriar, any questions from you? Anything? Or anybody?
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
We need to this video. Can we see this video later?
Yes, you can. We have recorded this video, and
আমরা তো রেকর্ড করেছি, আমরা ফেসবুকে লাইভ করেছি, আমরা এটাকে আবার পরবর্তীতে ডেফিনেটলি ইউটিউবে পোস্ট করব। As I said, we are making a library, and this would be online university. So as I'm telling you, so definitely, you will be able to see it later on. But
Okay,
ask questions now.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you please explain the staffing part on the 7 points? The third point was staffing. So can you please explain it?
Okay. Akbar bhai, staffing part.
You need to unmute yourself, please.
Okay. Akbar bhai, আপনি শুনতে পাচ্ছেন তাই না?
জি, আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি। Staffing is having the people in your team. যখন you are going to do a project or doing something, so you need people, a group of people to work for you, directly or indirectly, or they're working with you or working for you. So এই staffing partটা মানে হচ্ছে যে you are choosing the right people for your work and you are delegating that work to them, like what they can do. So staffing মানে হচ্ছে যে লোকগুলো, team, your team, the team. So you really have to have right team, because sometimes you have wonderful machine, wonderful ideas, wonderful planning, wonderful physical resources, but if you don't have the right staff, right people to like make this happen, this is not going to happen. That's why you will see that a lot of companies, they have plenty of good resources, good financial budget, but they don't have the right people with the right mindset. That's why they don't really do well. But on the other hand, some other companies don't have good budget, machine gulo eto bhalo na, but they have smart people. That's why they're doing well. So staffing is very important, like choosing the right people with right mindset and also choosing the work for them. This is delegating the work.
So by staffing and delegating are very interrelated.
Definitely, because when you are talking about staffing, you are choosing the people. Delegating, that you are distributing. Of course, it's coming one after another. Definitely.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So Kamrul bhai, I have to go if you don't mind, because
Sure.
I have another thing to do. I'm sorry,
Sure,
but
sure.
I really
No
love
issues.
to be in this platform, and hopefully in future I'll be with you guys. And thank you for having me. It's an honor to be with Kamrul bhai. So, and with lots of young blood, it's my pleasure. So Kamrul bhai, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Let's appreciate. Let's give a round of applause. Very good hand, very big hand to Akbar bhai. Thank you.
Thank you so
We
much.
always remain. Thank you for your time and effort. Despite in the morning.
I'll be
and being
there.
a fast Ramadan.
Whenever there is, I will be only one call away when I have time. And
Right.
if you guys need me, I'll be there.
Sure.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Sir.
And those who are just watching still on the Facebook, for your kind information, we are actually, running through different various programs starting from Thursday, which is our founder of Jump Movement from Netherlands. She is conducting sessions on jump movement and how you can engage and motivate your teams. So during this crisis and after the crisis as well. So jump movement is a methodology having 7-step process, which is very profound and effective. And it has been developed and designed based on 20 years of experience of Ineke Hookman. So do join us on Thursday. And Friday, we are actually dealing with the present and how we can actually overcome the future, the crisis as well. That is myself and Ranjan De Silva. We are conducting the sessions on Friday. And we are also offering, 10 sessions, in fact, 11 sessions series. That's actually part of commercial cost. And, we are giving it 50% off, only 5,000 taka, 11 classes, like almost 15 hours in class. We are giving their tools, techniques, and mind processing as well. You're most welcome to join on that sessions and classes as well, if you wish to. And also on every Sunday, in the next coming Sunday. Tomorrow we have another show where I'm inviting another guest, which is Forbes under 30. So which is the founder of Amal Foundation from Bangladesh. But from the next Sunday, we're bringing Sabirul Islam from London, from UK.
Fantastic.
Sabirul will be sharing with you in the next 3 sessions, after tomorrow, the public speaking tips, the communication tips, and how you engage, communicate, connect, persuade, hook, and all those things. Because he's the profound public speaker in Europe and all over the world as well. And he's the youngest, and he has traveled, almost half of the world as well. So, and this Sunday, and then Monday we actually, we actually, right. So from the Key Leadership Institute from South Africa, where we are inviting, from John Maxwell Team's Presidential Advisory Council member, Ian Roberts from Ireland. Ian Roberts, having 20+ years of experience in the consulting world as a trainer, speaker, and coach. And then Arti Moore as well, which is Arti Moore is from South Africa. She is a profound lady, one of the influential ladies in South Africa, giving tremendous contribution to the development of South African women in education and entrepreneurship as well. So both Ian Roberts, Arti Moore, and myself, we are going to conduct sessions on every Monday, going forward, 15 weeks, every Monday. So lock your time. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. every Monday. So that's, we actually on the run to go to building an online university. CKH network as a platform, building an online university, and inviting all the resources from various parts of the world, from US, from Europe, as you see already, right? So it's not I'm lecturing. You see from resources from UK, US, Europe, in Africa, in Bangladesh as well. Our focus is we want to build an online university for our students' capacity building. Take my word. So, and this here we will aggregate all the global world-class resources, not the only so-called resources. We want to bring genuine, heartfelt leaders and genuine resources with due respect to everybody, because this is the time we actually need to focus on the quality, not the the shopping list, not the all the other lousy things. With due respect to everybody. So because my focus is quality, my focus is not the quantity. My focus is quality, because how we can actually build the next gen leader. That is what our focus is. So everybody, please, mark your calendar, stay agile, and stay with us. I think you are going to change yourself. You're going to transform yourself, because we are going to give you all the transformation tools, techniques, process, methods, steps, guidelines, everything that you know. If I don't know, I will bring somebody who knows. I don't know anything. I know very little. So I will bring those who knows. From the next Saturday, and after that, Raj Kapoor, having 40 years of experience into the finance industry, who is also the executive director of John Maxwell team. He is coming with his wealth of experience in the financial management, wealth management, and also the change management, methodology as well. How we actually get the adopt the change, embrace the change, and also change ourselves within the changing scenario as the global world, as the world is going to change immensely. So that's all about from myself, and I thank you, everyone who has joined, participated, contributed, and also patiently waited till now. So, and all the Facebook participants as well. So those who are looking forward, the first session slide, will be going to upload the first sessions also in the YouTube. So Shahriar, you're going to upload it to YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So if you are yet to subscribe our YouTube channel, CKH Networks, please do. So that's the library we're going to build, and that's free of cost for you. We're putting all these resources and efforts for your development. With this, I'm to conclude, and thanks everybody for putting your time into this, first Ramadan. Again, Ramadan Kareem.